Yeah. Okay. Can you confirm before I continue further if my screen is visible and if my voice is audible? Can you please confirm in the chat? Okay. Thank you. So today let's talk about this vibrant session because this is one of the very useful session for us. Of course, as we are seeing from many days, we see we are almost familiar with the process of applying locating strategies, but still after this, I would like to inform you that we will have a separate workshop again, uh, covering again different locations, locating strategies. So that will be there. So once these sessions were done, so we still continue our Selenium sessions in the form of workshops on weekends. I mean, it's not yet done now, but just giving you a heads up so that you'll be informed. So that is fine now. So today's session, yeah, we are going to talk about. Yesterday, we had a clear discussion about all this, what is this drop down list automation, and then we try to understand about different things about drop down list automation and also how to use collections with this. Yeah, collections with this in this automation process. So that's what we had discussed, and also we had discussed about what is the use of all different methods that is there present in the select class or select API. All that is discussed yesterday. And today we are jumping to a altogether a new topic, which is something really important. You can see today's topic is more, this thing, action class in Selenium, or but the concept is same again. See, simple friends. See, this automation is something simple and easy because once you know how to play with one web element, if you're really clear with one web element, and if you are clear in locating that web element, and if you know how to create a locating strategy, that itself, half of your work is done. Second thing is understanding about so that language. Suppose if it is Java, what classes are there, what methods are there, all that is the thing. Now, coming back to this, we'll talk about it more on that maybe when we go to the specific language discussion. So, now the point is action class in Selenium. Now, this is the one we are going to talk today. I believe we had discussed all this stuff. Okay. What is action class and why do we need this? Right. Simple, friends. When you talk about, there are multiple things when we do automation. We do automations on keyboard automations, and then we do mouse automations. We do drag and drop automations. Likewise, we do different types of automations. And if you want to play with all these kind of automations, action class is one of the very useful class available in Selenium. Actions, otherwise we actions class. Generally, people call action, but the actual thing is actions class. So now the point is, what is an action class? Action class is simple. If you ask me, I'll just write here in our Selenium material. The answer for this is simple. You have different kinds of actions, mouse actions, simply speaking, or keyboard actions, or drag and drop actions. There are multiple things like this. Button actions, many things like this, or many more like this. And to our surprise, we are already familiar with some of these actions that were there in action class. But we didn't use action class for that, but we used a different approach for this. Okay. We directly relied on this web element class and driver class. That's all. So now point is, what is action class in Selenium? So simple. Here, this is the one. So it is a built-in class, Java class, which is used to handle different types of actions like mouse actions, keyboard actions, drag and drop actions, button actions, and many more like this. And to implement all these kind of actions in your Selenium automation, Actions class is one of the most important and useful class. I hope this is clear, right? This is so slow and so clear. So that is the simple idea. If you ask me, if anybody asks us what is action class, this is the answer. If you want to automate different types of actions like mouse actions or keyboard actions or drag and drop or button actions, all this. If you want to do automate all this, then actions class is the most recommended one here. Now, how to implement action class? It's a simple process. So how do we implement? See, if you know what is the name of class in Java, suppose this is the actions. So this is the name of the class, friends. If you know, sorry, if you know what is the name of the class in Java, right? Then simply we just need to create an object for that class. So how to implement in sense? Just create object. My answer to this is just I'll just simplify it with a simple language. Create an object and then pass driver to that object. Pass driver to that object. That's all, friends. That is what we should do. That is the utmost thing we do. I hope this is clear. So what we do now, simply speaking, we just simply, I'm just, clearly trying to make you understand, these steps or these things in the most easiest way possible for us. Okay. So just create an object for actions. Simply say class name space reference name equal to new class name again. So this is the syntax of object. We have to memorize it, friends. If you ask me, Manoram, how you are doing this? We had discussed this very clearly in classes and objects topic. And I am just doing following the same. That's all, friends. I'm not doing anything else. So now this is a simple idea. Actions equal to new actions. That's all, just creating an object and then pass a driver to that. That's all, friends. So this is how to implement action class. Now, after this, what is there in actions class? There are so many methods which are used to implement, these actions, keyboard actions or mouse actions or different other actions like for drag and drop. We today we see some beautiful examples which might surprise us or which might it's more interesting, what should I say is. So we have some interesting examples aligned in today's session. So when we look at that, automatically you understand how simple and easy to implement this automation. But before that, I think this step should be clear for you. So how to implement the action class? This is how we create an object and just pass driver to that. So it's a simple process. That's all. So, and then pass driver. Two step, simply speaking. One, create object. Two, pass driver to that object. That's all. Next one. You can see the send keys method. If you see, you might remember we have used this sometime back. If you remember where we use this send keys, if you want to pass some values into some text box, into some search box, into some this kind of input boxes, we remember. If you remember, you should remember this, right? Send keys is used for it. So uh, means already we are aware of some kind of actions. What is it? Send key is a kind of action. As name says, it is used to send some value or pass some value to a input box like search box or text box or some other box which appears like this. So this is actually a keyboard action. The send keys is a keyboard action. Earlier we tried to use the send keys from the which one from the driver, I believe, from the driver class itself. But this time we are going to use actions to implement this send keys. Okay, similarly, mouse click. These are all different actions what we have. And here in the PPT, I just made very clear for you. So what is this action class? Already now you can answer what is action class. Now, action class is something which implements actions such as mouse movements, keyboard inputs, drag and drop operations. All this is implemented with actions class. Second thing. So this Selenium Actions API, plays a fundamental role in ensuring accurate and realistic automation of user behaviors. So this action classes. Action API is in sense action class. Okay. Generally, we have two categories of actions: mouse actions and keyboard actions, and few more like drag and drop other actions. Right. So this is a quick intro for what is an actions class here, and different types of actions that we automate in our Selenium automation. So this is the one. Next, mouse actions. So what kind of mouse actions do we have? We have all these friends. So this click, double click, content click, drag and drop. Today we are going to play with few of this. Okay, maybe we play with click and we have some use cases to understand click thing. Already we did this. We applied mouse thing. Okay, and then drag and drop. So also we have played with the drag and drop. Okay, so sorry, we didn't discuss this. Sorry, we have played with the click option or click method. So that's all about these things, friends. So these are all different methods which are used to implement certain actions on mouse. What is it? Click. Generally, click means so once you enter something into a text box and you click on that search thing. So this kind of thing. So wherever you want to click, so it clicks at that location. Double click means performing a double click on at the current mouse location. Okay. Sometimes for certain operations we have to double click. So that kind of operation we can implement automate with this double click. Content context click means performs a right click at the current mouse location. It's just simply used to implement right click. Drag and drop. This is one of the most popular use case for automation. So drag and drop means somewhere if you want to do drag and drop, this is the method. As the name says, it's used to implement drag and drop approach or drag and drop automation. So what it does, drags an element from source location and drops it into a target location. As name says, drag from source, drop into the destination. That's all. Move to element. So here this will just move to the target element. That's all, friends. We can see examples for each of these methods. So today we cover few of these methods. Tomorrow we'll cover few more. So that itself gives you a clear idea about how to use each of these methods. And I try to make as simple as possible because these are so simple. Okay. So that is the idea about mouse actions, friends. So these are all methods we have there, which are there in mouse actions. What is that? This click, this double click, this context click, this drag and drop, this move to element. These are the methods. Just remember, then we'll talk about it again. Okay. Today we'll cover few of these actions. Okay, mouse actions, so that you get a clear idea how these actions can be automated. Okay. Next one, keyboard actions. So these are all keyboard actions. What do we do with a keyboard or a key in a keyboard? We just have these kind of actions like key up, key down, send keys, all this. Already we are familiar with send keys because we played with send keys before, and now we are clear with on this. Okay, we use this to automate certain web elements in the in our previous sessions. Okay, so this is clear for us. So that's it, friends. And key up, key down, we'll just see. I will try to have an example for each of these actions and try to understand everything very clearly with a practical example so that it's easy for all of you to do your future automations. So these are all. This is the just a quick a theory on this. So we have to jump to the a practical automation using these actions. Hope shall we do that, friends? Let's do that now. Let's jump to that. So first thing, today's thing is about drag and drop automation. Very interesting and very simple. No confusion or anything here. So drag and drop. How do you do drag and drop? Just what you have to do is so how do we implement drag and drop here, friends? Simple. There are two things. Suppose this is the website. Let me just show you. First, understand the approach. Then you can easily implement the automation. There is nothing difficult here. Just click on this. This is a simple use case. Just change it today. Yesterday we have a different example for drag and drop. What happened? Something went wrong. So this is actually wrong website. Let me just try to get to this. I have to use this one. We got something else. The internet something. So this one. Let's see. See, this is the simple web element, which is the scenario of drag and drop. So here we have this. This is the source web element. What we are seeing here. We should drag this and drop here. And now when we drag and drop, what happened? We are just able to move that from one position to another position. So here we have two different things to understand. One is the source. What is source? What is destination? So we move source to destination and we drag and drop on that. And this is done by the automation itself. We don't do that. It is done by the automation. So first thing in this is what we have to do. As usual, the regular process. See, this is already familiar for us. See, those who are attending this from the beginning, for you, it seems so simple because you already know how to play with how to uh, locate web elements, how to apply locating strategies. All this is clear for all of us. So this won't be a big problem. Only thing is we have to do a little add on to the already known thing to us for us. Okay, a small add on. That's all. So what do we do now? First, as usual, when you are automating anything, the apart from other steps, what is that? So simple, right? If you look at the code, these steps like constructing options classes and setting up driver manager and then setting up driver. So apart from these steps, again getting your driver. So this website, opening some website or web page. Apart from these steps, the new steps we add to this code is, see, you don't see, there are just hardly couple of steps here to implement this drag and drop automation by using which one actions class. So before that, what is that you should do? Till this, till constructing actions class, it is same for us because these are quite same things we are using in our sessions again and again. So this is not something really difficult or challenging for us. And I don't say this is also challenging. Why? Hardly we are just locating some web elements and then just applying a simple scenario, drag and drop. For drag option, we are locating it one, that web element. For drop option, we are locating that web element. And in the action, simply there is a method what we say drag and drop. And we are just calling that method from actions class using the reference of action dot drag and drop. And what is the source? Source is drag. So that we should pass to this method. And what is the destination drop? That we should pass to this method. So this drag and drop takes two parameters. One is from where we should drag and to where we should drop. So that those parameters we should pass here. And these two things we try to locate by applying some locating strategy, usually following this X path. Using with the help of this ID, we are able to locate that image which we want to drop, and we are able to locate that empty box which we want to drop. So this is our X path pattern to locate that image. And similarly, this is an X path pattern to where we should drop our image. Okay. Once we just apply this simply at the end, what we should do, friends, simply call this drag and drop method and just pass these parameters and apply build method. Build.perform means this will drag elements to the destination. That's what simple. That's it, friends. And this code is self-explainable. Why? Because why this is self-explainable? As we see, there is a comment of for each and every statement we have declared here. So first one, create object for action class. And you see driver is passed here. This is the driver. So, and this driver we are passing here to provide driver capabilities also to this actions class. I hope this is clear, friends. So now what we are doing here, step one, the steps to automate this drag and drop, because I'm just giving you more detailed steps to understand this very clearly. Steps to follow, drag and drop. So what is that to do? First thing, we know we identified where to go and which drag and drop web element we should automate. So this is the one here. So we have two web elements, the source and the destination. So first we should locate this. How do you locate? Just right click on this source. Okay, and then inspect and get this web element by applying a locating strategy. Identify this by applying a locating strategy. This is much more boring to you because we are doing it since the beginning. You are very familiar. Automatically, you can easily create a pattern for yourself. Okay. So what do you do right now? Just search. So how do I locate this? Simple, right? So somewhere you can see. So this is the one. Well, again, I think I'm missing that. So let me apply inspect. You can see this is the, this is where this tag which identifies this particular, but I mean this particular image. So this is the tag here in the elements window. You can see here. When I select this automatically at the left side window, it's getting highlighted. So what do we do right now? We just need to get this. How do you get this? You need to apply a simple strategy. What is that strategy? Simply, I'll just show you here. So you can apply XPath strategy, simply speaking. So here I take an XPath of usually what is that XPath of some asterisk, right? And then asterisk represents all friends. And then in the brackets, so what do we do? We have to start brackets, and then we have to use some kind of this thing here. Just a minute, this one ID. So when we say slash double slash asterisk means we are trying to identify through some tag here. Asterisk means it tries to search for all tags. But now I have to search in div tags. So and then at the rate ID equal to simply in quotes, we just put some image. Just I'm showing you how to identify it and then close this. See, automatically this got selected and the number of matches to that is just only one. For this pattern, we just got only one match, which is a straight match for us. I hope this is clear, friends. Now, under that, again, this is important. This is the actual image tag we need to select. So simply, you can apply a single slash here, and after that, which one we should select? So this is the parent, and we should select child. Then, this is a what is this? There are predecessor and successor, right? So we have to get this one. We should get this successor tag. Simply you can say image. Now this tag got selected. So this is what we need. We don't need div here, but we need the image one. And this is the pattern we need to apply to locate this particular source here. I hope this is clear. We are trying to first understand the steps. So step one, we try to locate source. So step one is a locate source. I'm just trying to make more clear in the most easiest way for possible. Locate source. Source with what? By applying a locating strategy. So, why I'm just trying to type and do all this, friends, so that you can also have time to apply all this. You can also have a clear idea, and you have also time to apply these things. What we are doing here. That is one thing. So this is step one. Okay, we are successfully able to locate which one, the source in the drag and drop web element. So this is clear. Second, step two. What is step two here? Step 2 is we need to locate drop button. I mean drop web element. So how do you do that? Again, right click on this and then say inspect. First look locate this as well. That is step 2. When you right click on this, you can see here this is this try this is the one here. Just again right click and say web element, and somewhere no, this is pointing to the source. Then we should get this one, something for this. So the second one, this is the immediate tag after that, is the tag which selects drop web element. Okay. So here I don't see much here. Just expand it. You can see it's almost same here. But only difference is both have div tags. That's why we applied slash asterisk, which by default selects this div. And in the first case, we try to identify this source image by using ID. But for this, if you see in the second tag, the easiest way is ID changes here. Just use that. So when I click on this div, automatically it is trying to select this drop web element. So here ID changes from this first tag to second tag, or ID changes from source to this destination tags. So here ID is box. Just blindly choose that. So you can simply say here instead of image, you can choose your XPath pattern as so ID equal to change that ID here box. And then we don't have an image tag following this second tag. So what shall we do? We don't need this precisely. We can just eliminate this. So this is the pattern. You can see this is this pattern automatically highlighting this tag in yellow. Means we are able to locate that particular web element successfully. And you can see at the right side number of matches. We just have a direct hit. We just have only one match here. So that's how we locate the second web element. So again. Same thing. So this is this step 2. Locate destination web element by applying locating strategy. So this is source. Next, locate destination. That's it. We successfully did the 2 steps that is needed. So now after this, what is that you should do? Step 3. Then you should go to the actions. We should construct an actions class, something like actions. Now you should be more clear. Dot equal, sorry, class name reference name equal to new class name. We create actions object and pass driver to that. This is next step we should follow and put save. And step 4, what is step 4 now? Now we should apply a method from actions, and now we have source information and we have destination information. Now we should ask this actions class to perform a drag and drop from source to destination. For that, there is a straight method in actions class with name actions dot drag and drop of your source and then your destination. So from where we should drag to where we should drop. So then on that method, you simply say build. Okay, you just simply say ask to build that, and then after building, ask to perform. That's it. That we are good. So this is a simple steps, couple of simple steps to implement automation and drag and drop. And we are using actions class, and on actions class simply this is actually belonging to which kind of action here, friends? This belongs to mouse action. If you see in this one in our PPT. So this drag and drop belongs to mouse action. And in this mouse action, we are just have this takes two parameters, a source parameter and a target parameter or destination parameter, from where you should drag and from where we should drop. So that we can see here, friends. I hope this is clear for all of you. So this should be very clear for you because we try to explore it in the most clear and easiest way possible. Hope this should be fine for all of you, friends. So yes, it's getting recorded because this is very useful for anyone who is beginning on this automation for drag and drop. Okay, fine. Then what do? So implement all the basic steps needed for automation. The infra is ready. These are all infra steps, friends. So infra is ready, and then we constructed actions class as discussed, and then we are able to locate. Sorry, as slight tongue slip. Okay, so we are able to locate this drag web element. You can see by applying same thing. See whatever we try to this one we try to research, apply some R&D here. The same thing here we are just using here. Because if I directly say this is the pattern, this is what we are passing, maybe sometimes you wouldn't be clear. That's why we have gone to the this one. We have gone to our website. Where is it? Did I close it or what? So this here, and then we understood how to what is this drag and drop, and how to locate this drag web element and drop web element, all that, and we try to have a clear step by step approach, and then same thing we are implementing in the code. Now we are just, what is this, right, this web element is a class, so which helps us to apply certain methods present in this web element. So that's why what we do, we are just trying to locate apply a locating strategy and trying to find that web element which is source web element, and then that is written in the form of web element object which is assigned to this web element. Now again that is done. Now again same step we apply for drop thing as well. See, we are trying to apply a locating strategy by XPath and trying to locate this box. This is, I am not explaining more here because already we had discussed enough on this how to locate this, and also by now this locating strategies is unlimited. We had an unlimited discussion so far, so you should be very clear. And once this is done, we are able to locate a drag web element. We are able to locate drop web element. Then apply drag and drop. Just now we had discussed, right? You can say drag and drop, and then pass these two parameters: a source parameter which is a drag one, and destination parameter which is a drop one. On top of that, apply build, and on top of apply perform. Here, a small correction is this also needs to be applied with a method here. It's not a variable. Just use this parenthesis. Okay. This is simple idea, friends. So finally, we are set to run this program. I hope this all these steps should be very clear, and then you might have understood how to implement this actions class and how to apply the methods that are there in the actions class. If you see here, friends, just to show you, when you say act dot, you can see all different methods that are there in this action class. You can see this click and hold, click and hold, and context click. There are double click. You can see whatever you see we had discussed in the PPT, all different methods. So you can see them here. Double click and then drag and drop by, and there are so many. Get active keyboard. You can play with all these methods if you have some time. You can just try to understand each of these methods. And when you do that, you have more understanding on automation. And you are also equipped with much more information for automation. So anyhow, I'm just showing you quickly. So that's the API, and those are the methods that are there in the actions class, friends. So shall we run this? I know you are eagerly waiting to execute this code, but I'm trying to make you understand what else is there in the actions class. That's all, friends. So shall I run this now? Let's start that. Right click and then say run this as Java application. Let's run it. Now you can see our browser, our Chrome browser starts, and you can see here we came to this our web element, drag and drop. Just wait because I put some sleep methods there, and you can see the this automation is successfully implemented. So we have successfully dragged and dropped the web element here, and this is so this gives you a bit of satisfaction for us, because when we see this all this, so definitely it makes us more satisfied. So this is a simple idea how to implement drag and drop automation, right? I hope this is clear. And also we had a very clear discussion the importance of action class and how to build this actions class, what methods are there. But no problem. If you want to remember that those methods. Else you can ignore, because by the end of this discussion, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we will be very clear with all these actions. That's it. We'll try to implement an example for each of these actions that are present for mouse, that are present for keyboard, and few more. This drag and drop kind of web elements. I hope this is clear. Next one. Next one is I just named like this, but this is precisely as doing a simple automation on a Google form. And here, what is that we are doing? Almost you can see this time we are doing a keyboard, not actually as this is little misleading. We don't have mouse here. This is only a keyboard automation. Okay, so what I do is I'll refactor this and then change the class name to action class keyboard automation for us. What shall I do now? So right click and then when I say refactor and then this is not working here, no problem. I'll do one thing. I'll try to do here from this window, refactor, rename, action class. You can remove this mouse thing because we are not automating mouse, but we are automating only keyboard. Just okay. This should be more meaningful class name for us. And again, see by now you should be very clear with all these steps. This infra thing we can ignore. And now this is a simple automation. Let me first give you problem statement. What is the problem statement? I'm just going to the Google search website. What happened? Google.com. Okay, friends. So this is the website, friends. What we are doing now, we are just trying to enter something like nom tech or something. Okay, and then we just need to just click on that. So here we are choosing two types of events here. One is a keyboard event, just to pass your value to this, or something like you say books, because so when you say books, again, what happens here? So it is we are passing a value to this search box. That is one action. And this is a keyboard action because we apply this by using send keys method. So on this search box. Next, after that, we should apply click. Okay. When you want to apply click, then what we do? So we have to apply one more action, right? So let us see how to do this too. Right here, I think we are not performing click. Click comes with the next one here in this mouse events. We apply that click here. You can see action dot simply saying action dot click, nothing more than that. We see both, no problem. But for this one, you can understand, right, friends? So this is a simple keyboard automation. So this one, not that. What we are trying to do, we are using actions class, and then and we are just trying to apply an action, a keyboard action, which is nothing but send keys. We just pass some text. That text can be anything. It's not like nom tech itself. It can be anything. You can pass any of this text here to pass to that search box. So now, if you look at this code, is this simple for you? What is the problem statement? Simply speaking, we are implementing a. So what is it again? So now we are implementing. Problem is this. What is the problem? We are implementing a keyboard event. Already we are good with this, friends, because we did this number of times. That send keys, if you remember, didn't we discuss it, friends? Definitely, we had that discussion number of times. So, keyboard. So, what is the problem? We are implementing a keyboard event. So, what is that send keys? So, what is that? This is the one. Next one. Okay. Here, what is that? The problem is simple. You go to the Google search website. So the problem is this. Go to Google search. I am writing here so that you understand it in the most easiest way, friends. SC Google search. website. Go to Google search website, and then what we do, and pass value into that website, into that search box. Okay, this is the simple action we perform now. So here we are implementing a keyboard instead of event. We can say event is also fine because that is internally it is an event that's happening. So we are, this is the problem statement. What is it? We are implementing a keyboard action, which is nothing but here it should be lowercase. Generally, Java convention method should be starting should be lowercase, and after that, every inner word start letter should be uppercase. Just remember, friends, that should be fine now. So we are good with this now. Now, this is the problem statement, and there is a small typo, SCARCH. So that's it, friends. Now, what do we do after this? So, what do we do? Simply just apply that automation, go to the code and see. This all nothing new for us, and this is also nothing new. We are opening Google website, and then what is that we are doing? Now, this time we are constructing actions class. This is now you should be very clear because in the just in the previous example, we had a very clear discussion with steps. So this should be fine for us. And now we construct. Now what we are trying to do in this Google, where is our Google? So let me just open. So google.com. In this Google, what we need is we need to locate the search box. For that, wow, see, we did this number of times. How to locate it? Right click on this, say inspect, and here you can see here this text area. So simply this time let us locate it here directly. Simply apply double slash, which represents we are using a text path automation, and then simply say so that input type what here. After that we have to specify that tag which we are automating here, so that text area, and then followed by there are multiple attributes here. You can choose any one of that. So open this braces, and then which attribute you want to choose, either id, either class, or if it is class you can directly apply a locating strategy by class name. Okay, but now might be we can also apply this that here as well, no problem with xpath. Now I choose id here, here this one. Simply I say at the rate id equal to, even see if we just say text area, it is just directly giving us a single match, so that even that should be fine. But let's make it more robust, more stronger. Let's create a more stronger pattern. Okay, so this is simple, right? See, when we just apply this, we can see this is a pattern which locates this search box, and you can see when we apply this pattern, number of matches it is showing just one. So that's the idea. So now this we have to just directly apply in the code. So what do we do? Go to the code, and you can see we are applying a locating strategy by just passing that whatever we tried to discuss just now, right? Whatever we try to explore now, that we are passing here. And what happens? This will definitely this method locates that web element and returns a web element object, and that is assigned to the reference of web element. This will be pointing to that. That's for now. We don't have much more on this web element. Then now what? Once you do this, then what do we do now? Simply we apply an action here. What is that action? Here, action dot send keys. This is the action we should apply here, right? So what do we do now? Action dot send keys. Now, and we have to pass this element to this. So for this web element search box, we need to pass some text here, and we are applying a keyboard action here. And the keyboard action here is send keys. So what do we do now? On this actions class, we are going to call send keys method here. And to that method, we should pass this, whatever the search box you located, that web element, you should pass as a parameter. That is the first parameter. Send keys element. Element means the source of that text box or that search box or input box. That is the source, and then the text you want to pass to that web element. Okay, here I am just passing gnome tech. So that's the simple thing. Maybe you can pass anything, friends. It's not like it should be gnome tech. It should can be anything. Okay. And then now on top of that, apply build and perform. That's enough. This is a simple keyboard automation. Maybe you can ask me, okay, Manoram, once you enter some search in this, why don't you apply? Yes, I'll come back to that one by one. Okay. So now what do you do right now? So here there is another automation, click automation. We'll see that there. Okay, no problem. So now right click and then say run as and then say, what do you do, friends? Java application. Now see the automation. So it's more satisfying to see this. So we got to this web page and then it should enter something, waiting for that. Yes, we had that, it entered that. Okay, maybe you can apply a simple click as well, not a big issue. We did this earlier. Simply what you can do after entering, you can say action dot. So let's apply click and see. Action dot click. Let's see this. If once after entering, if this applies a click there, because I didn't test this. So right click and then run this. Let's do it one more time. So because when you say click, it applies click on the same thing. It's getting closed. So otherwise, there is another way as well. See, what is it? Simply, what you can do is just a minute. Let me open this here. We can use this one directly. After that, and also apply the sleep one. If you don't apply sleep, sometimes it won't be effective. And here, this is locating a search box. On top of that, you can directly apply click. This is another way, but I think we can do the same with action as well. Whatever the same thing we are doing because we pass driver to the actions. So let's try this. Right click, run as. Doing a small little R&D here. That's all, friends. Nothing more than that. Just to have that both. So we did that. And how much time it's waiting there? Just a minute. It's waiting for 2 seconds. That's all. So this should, I think it has moved to not this one. This should be a different one altogether. Let's run again. This is quitting so quickly. This click has to work for us. Okay. This is entering expected text. Okay. And then it should apply click on the same as well. Click is not happening. So it has to click and clicks, it should give us something. That's it. So simply like this. So when I say no, take and enter, we should get something like this. Okay.
Maybe return something is right. You said before it has to read.
Okay, we should apply some keys, I believe. Yes, yes. Got it. So we have to apply keys dot return. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
I forgot that. Find element. And then here, not this one. Just a minute. Driver dot. because that has to come out of that and next action has to be implemented. That's correct. Thanks for reminding. No problem. Otherwise, I'll do one thing. I'll just add. We can Google it. No problem. What is there in that? How to apply scan keys and click. Yeah, this we can apply keys dot enter. That should work. Else, just a minute. This is should be a different for JavaScript. So we can apply this for now. So let's see this because when you have just a question, just directly try this. Driver dot this one. So what we do is same thing, which is this one. But this time they were not. This is all together through this one. Just a minute. When we use this, we are not applying actions class here, but we are trying to choose this. This is a different approach. So we are not applying actions. So we need something with actions. Let's just do apply. Click with the actions class. I think we can directly say dot click. That is fine. Let's see. This guy is giving too big answer. So we can just search for click here. This scenario, I think the similar scenario we covered, no problem. That we just needed send keys. Okay, we have this code in our this thing itself. So what we do is somebody pinged me. Let me just see. Yeah. I'm just checking for that method, Shankar. This is a button action. No, my first automation. Do you have anything like keys in this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one. You mean this one, right, Santoshi? This is the method we apply. Yes, I think we are able to get that. Let's try to see that. Now we located that method, no issues. So this one, this one, we have to apply this send keys dot return. I got it. So let's try to apply same on what we do is Let's apply on actions class and see here. We apply send keys and we are directly applying this one build thing. And here maybe we can apply two things, either keys dot enter. So one is non-tech comma. This should work for us. Import this first. This keys thing we should import and then keys dot. Either we should use enter or we should use return something. Let's apply enter. This should work for us. This method should use that property. Now let's run that. This should, and this we can comment. Let's run, right click and then say run as Java. Let's test it now. So we are able to enter this one. Let's just wait. So this worked now. This time it should be working fine. Yes. So we are good now. See this? We are able to successfully do this automation. What is it? We are able to enter some text and we are able to do the search. Only thing what we did this time, friends, in this send keys, we are passing our text to search and then we are passing this keys thing. And thanks for sharing that heads up to with me. So one is this thing we have to remember whenever you want to do that action, that enter action or that return action. So we have to use this keyboard action here. That is keys dot enter. Now let's run it the automation one more time and then let's have a clear picture on this. One more a clear observation. So we started the automation and now it is waiting to enter the text, pass the text, and then it's entering. See, this is working now. This is perfect. And we can see our all this related to non-tech. Hope this is working now. Clear, friends? Sorry. So this should gives us a more better. This we just made it better. We just improvised this time. In the live itself, what we do, this is called improvisation. So instead of just only trying to understand this keyboard action, we also applied a mouse action here, just that enter thing. Okay. So not mouse, I believe. Again, enter is a keyboard. Sorry. Please excuse me for that. We have to apply another action that is enter action. So that's it. This is the idea. Hope this is clear for all of you friends. I hope you are able to note all this. Just pass it. Yep. So this is for today, friends. I hope this should be a good session so far. This is one of the very good sessions among all the sessions you have attended. I don't say other sessions are bad. Okay. So we have much more here to cover. So now today we covered some of these, these actions. Probably send action, send keys is one action, a keyboard action. We try to understand what else we try to understand today. On drag and drop, we try to understand this action, drag and drop action. And then click is something which we already did it and we will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow also we'll have more deeper thing. Uh, yeah, you can simply handle it like, when you get that unhandled, see this always you always gets that Shankar. So when you apply sleep, you can see even you can see here, just put cursor on top of that and say add throws declaration. That would automatically fix your problem. Is that clear, Shankar? Hope that should be fine. Okay. Okay. So can you confirm before I continue? I just tried to make you if my screen so is what you visible do and if MJ my control Z. Voice is audible. This issue will be there for everyone. Can you please so confirm this sleep method throws an unchecked exception. Sorry. So today let's talk about this. Put your cursor on that sleep and then say add throws declaration. Very useful session for us. This will of course pick up as we handle that error whatever you have. We see. Is that clear? We are almost familiar with the process. That's it, friends. We'll catch up tomorrow. Again, we'll try to understand more. But still, this is one.